Welcome to Burt Lake State Park. If you're in northern Michigan and you are into boating or inland lakes, hanging out at a beach, you have a couple of options. We were just at Aloha State Park, and now we're at Burt Lake State Park, which is about half an hour away.
Yeah, not too far at all.
It wasn't too bad. Easy drive over here. And they both sit on very large lakes. Aloha sits on Mullet Lake, and that's actually slightly larger than Burt Lake, but they're both very good size.
Yeah, Burt Lake is considered the 5th largest inland lake in Michigan at around 17,000 acres, 30-some square miles. It's definitely a good-sized lake for any type of, boating, fishing, swimming activities with a lot of private residences, the state park, a forest campground, and I think some private campgrounds around it as well. So definitely a waterman's paradise up here.
Yeah, and that's what you need to be into if you are coming to this state park. Yeah. That's basically what's here is Burt Lake, which is, not small in any way, so it's nothing to sneeze at. But you have a campground here and a large day use area. That's really, that's about it for this park.
That's pretty much similar to Aloha. That's the draw here is people want to come here. Many of the times as we were driving through the campground, we saw plenty of boats parked at campsites. That is what people come here for. There are 306 campsites in this park. So it's a pretty large campground, all things considered. But I didn't really feel like they were too packed in.
No, they seem to be good sized sites. Whereas Aloha was more sort of an open field. This one has a lot more trees, a lot more wooded. The sites, though, are dirt and gravel, so, it's more of a standard, I guess, you would think of for a state park. So it's a little bit different than what we saw at Aloha.
But I think it's a good mix. They have a few paved sites, again, from the accessibility standpoint, but they're mostly dirt. They do have quite a few that are 50 amp, more so here than I've seen at other parks. The first 3 or 4 rows from the water's edge into the middle of the park are all 50 amp.
And I would suspect they probably started there because those are the more popular ones because you have a lake view. Now, Aloha, you had lakefront property. You were like right there. Here at Burt Lake, you have lake view property. So you can see the lake, but you have to walk a little ways to get to the beach.
And part of the reason for that is because the day use area and the activity area sort of extends quite a way and it goes behind some of those campsites. So between the campsites and the lake is a pretty grassy open area for, I think there's like a ball diamond type space, volleyball courts, horseshoe pits, and things to do. So there's actually a lot of activity space for the kids and the adults alike here.
Yeah, really good sized day use area here. So that was really interesting and quite a bit of beach. I mean, it's a long beach when you're out there.
It appears to be that even though the water level again is high, they still have quite a bit of a sandy beach here. So there's definitely place for your towel, for the kids to build sand castles. More so here than we've seen at some of the other places. So maybe because it's an inland lake, it hasn't been quite as affected by the water table. But I think this is a nice place.
It is a nice place. William Burt would be proud. So Burt Lake, we found out, is named for William Burt. Mullet Lake is named for John Mullet. And as a pair, they did a lot of land surveying, a federal land survey in this area in the early 1840s. And so, again, it's always fun, I think, when we do this project to find out why are places named for different people or activities or whatever it is.
How do they come to be and why are they named what they are? So
and who were these people? And I always like to think, John Mullet and William Burt, what did they see when they were out here surveying this land initially? And here at Burt Lake, they've done a good job of preserving the trees and kind of keeping that forestry feel a little bit.
I think whether you're into, again, the boating, the fishing, just anything in water in general, there's a lot in this area. Burt Lake, again, is similar to Aloha, is part of that inland waterways trail system. So you can travel for quite a ways on your boat throughout that. There are a few other actual biking or hiking trails in the area. There's a lot to do just in the general vicinity here that's not part of the state park. There's a couple big adventure ropes course, tubing, rent kayak centers right across the street or right nearby. So if you don't have your own, you can borrow or rent those. And I think no matter what, this is just a great place. So, we hope to encourage you to get out here and come up here and see what there is to see.
Yeah, one of the places that's actually right across the road from Burt Lake, they do adventure trips down the Sturgeon River.
Ooh, that's cool.
So if you're into that, that might be fun too. But whether you're into, you know, adventure trips on a river, you just want to float around on a boat out in the lake here, either of these lakes and either of these state parks would be a great place to be. Find one that you want to go to. Keep on trekking.
And we'll see you out there.